Hi guys, and welcome to my yoga at dusk sequence today. And so this is going to be a 30-minute flow, and it's a great time for you to do it when you've just come back from work, you want to unwind, when you've had a difficult day, maybe just before you take your bath. So just making sure that after a long day of traveling or of working or just one of those stressful days, this is just a lovely, lovely sequence to do 30 minutes at dusk, and I think you'll probably sleep like a baby as well. So we're just going to open everything up. We're going to start at the top of the mat and just bring the arms alongside the body. Close the eyes and just feel your feet pressing down into the mat. Make a muscle above your kneecaps and just roll those shoulders like up, back, and down. And 2 more times just like that. So rolling them up, back, and down. And 1 more time, just like that. Take them up to the ears, back, and then all the way down. And from here now, we're going to take 3 breaths. So take a deep, full breath in. Open up the mouth and just exhale to empty. So it's a, and again, deep, full breath in. Open up the mouth and exhale to empty. And 1 more time, full, strong breath in. Open up the mouth and exhale to completely empty all the way out. So squeeze every bit of breath out of your body. Blink your eyes open. As you take your next inhale, sweep your arms all the way up alongside your ears. Maybe you take the gaze to the thumb knuckles. You get a little extra credit back bend there. On your exhale, you hinge and come all the way down into that lovely forward fold. We're going to stay in that forward fold. Take your feet hip-width distance apart. Grab opposite elbows with your hands. And now just swing from side to side. So if you've been sitting all day, this is probably going to feel really good in your hamstrings after the first 30 seconds. So shift the weight just a tiny bit over into the balls of the feet. And again, bend your knees as much as you need to. It's always nice to get the chest and closer to your knees, but also the belly really to touch the thighs. And then you can start to lengthen your sitting bones back up to the sky, to the ceiling, wherever you are. And again, maybe a couple more swings from side to side. Go ahead, release your hands all the way down. As you inhale, just lift up to a halfway lift. And again, gentle bend of the knees here. You want to get that spine nice and long. As you exhale, plant your hands and step your right leg back into a low lunge. So your right leg goes back into a low lunge. You're going to drop the hips down. Then you're just going to basically rock forwards and backwards. So rocking forwards and backwards, you're going to feel this in your hip, but you're also going to feel this in your calf as well. And from here, just come back to a neutral alignment. Take a big inhale and sweep the left arm high. So the left arm sweeps high. You're going to find a twist there. Exhale, bring the left hand down to the mat. Big inhale sweeps the right arm high. Again, if this is too much, you can always drop your right knee down to the mat. Exhale your right hand down to the mat. Step your left leg back to your right leg. Just hold your high plank here, or maybe walk your plank out a little bit. And again, opening up those calves. And then just shift forward so your shoulders are over those wrists. You're going to take a breath in. And on your exhale, you're going to lower your knees, lift your tailbone, bend your elbows in, and bring the chest and the chin down to your mat. Stay here just for a couple breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. 2 more breaths. Inhale right into that back and exhale. 1 more breath in. Inhale and exhale to empty. Really good heart opener there. Inhale just to come through. Nice little cobra here. So it's your first cobra. Gentle bend in the elbows, lifting up through the chest, through the crown of the head. And as you exhale, push your hips all the way back to your heels into Balasana. Anchor through your forehead. Take a breath in. Open up the mouth and exhale to empty. So it's a 2 more times. Inhale. Open up the mouth and to exhale. Let it all go. 1 more time. Full breath in. And open up the mouth and exhale to empty. So it's a, use your next inhale just to glide forward onto your hands and your knees. Curl the toes under and let your hips pull you up and back into downward facing dog. From here, 5 breaths. So breathe in for 1 and breathe out for 1. Maybe even close your eyes here. Breathe in for 2 and breathe out for 2. Just watch the breath come in for 3 and breathe all the way out for 3. It's so nice having your eyes closed. Breathe in for 4 and breathe out for 4. One more time, full breath in for 5 and breathe all the way out for 5. And then go ahead, just look at the space between your hands. Bend your knees and step your right foot up to that space and step your left foot up to that space and take your exhale down into that forward fold. So inhale to rise. You're going to come all the way up. You're going to sweep all the way up. Again, maybe take the gaze all the way to those thumb knuckles and exhale your hands together at heart center. Stay here, take a breath in. And again, open up the mouth and just exhale to empty. So it's a inhale, you sweep those arms back up. And on the exhale, come down into that forward fold. Good. This time we're gonna right away inhale, lift up to that halfway lift. And on the exhale, you plant the hands and you're just gonna step now the left leg back into that low lunge. So we're low in that lunge, you're gonna drop the hips a little bit and then you're just gonna rock forwards and backwards and forwards and backwards. It should feel good in those hips. And then go ahead, just rock yourself back to neutral alignment here, and step the right foot back to your left leg, back into that high plank. And again, you can rock forwards and back here, but what you want to do eventually is just get those shoulders right over those wrists. Core is engaged, take a breath in, and this time with 1 exhale, lower your knees, lift your tailbone, bend your elbows in, chest and chin come down. Your inhale this time, maybe come all the way up to upward facing dog, so your thighs lift up off of the mat. And then we're gonna take the gaze over the left shoulder, and we're gonna come back to center. We're gonna take the gaze over the right shoulder, come back to center, and when you're ready, curl the toes under, and come right up and back into downward facing dog. This time we're gonna take 3 breaths in, so breathe in for 1, and breathe out for 1. And breathe in for 2, and breathe out for 2. And now 1 more full breath in, and breathe all the way out for 3. Good. Look at the space between your hands this time. Step your left foot up to that space, step your right foot up to that space, and take that exhale down into that forward fold. And again, inhale, you're gonna come all the way up, sweep all the way up. And exhale, bring your hands together at heart center. Close your eyes here, deep full breath in. Open up the mouth and just exhale to empty. Good, blink your eyes open. Take an inhale, sweep high. Take the gaze right to those thumb knuckles. And on your exhale, hinge forward fold. You just come all the way down. Inhalation lifts you up to a halfway lift. And this time you have a choice. You can exhale, plant the hands, and either just step your feet back or start to float the feet back. Lower down to that low push-up. Bend your knees if you need or want to. Inhale brings you all the way up to upward facing dog. And exhale takes you back into downward facing dog. This time we're just going to take 1 breath in. And on the exhale, we're going to empty. Good. This time, lift the right foot high on the inhale, but press your left heel down towards the mat. If it doesn't touch that, it's fine. It's going to go there eventually. But keep pressing that left heel down. Keep reaching that right leg high to the sky. Take another breath in. And very softly as you can, as you exhale, step your right foot in between your hands. You're now in the ball of the left foot. Take an inhale and just reach it up to that high lunge. And exhale, maybe go like a little bit deeper there, really opening up the hips here. Inhale, now we're gonna straighten the right leg. And exhale, we're gonna bend the right knee back over that right ankle. And again, inhale to straighten. And exhale to bend. One more time, inhale to straighten. And exhale as you bend, bring your hands together, heart center. Good, roll your shoulders away, just like what we did at the beginning. And now take an exhale and you're gonna twist to the left. So to the right. So the left upper arm wraps around the outer seam of that right leg. If this is too much, you can always drop your back knee down. But what we're working into is our adrenals, right? So we're just breathing here for another 3, twisting and flushing out those adrenals for 2, and 1. Use your next inhale to reach back up to that high lunge. And we're gonna exhale, open it up now, warrior 2. So exhale, warrior 2. Take an inhale to straighten the right leg. And exhale, we're gonna go a little bit deeper in that warrior 2. Right palm flips up, hinge forward a little bit. And then as you inhale, reverse your warrior. So your left hand can wrap around and find that right inner thigh, or it can simply just slide down the back of that left leg. Take another deep full breath in here. And exhale, cartwheel the hands all the way down to the mat, either side of the right foot, pivot on your left foot, and step your right foot back to your left foot, and take it through your flow. Again, you can drop your knees. Exhale to low push-up. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Again, take one breath in, and exhale to empty that breath out. So same thing on the left-hand side. As you inhale and you reach the left leg high, be sure to be pressing that right heel down towards your mat or into the earth. But you're gonna feel a great hamstring stretch here as well as a calf stretch. One more breath in, and as softly as you can, you exhale and step the left foot in between your hands. You're on the ball of the right foot, and you reach up to that high lunge. So we're back in that high lunge. Take an inhale to straighten the left leg, and an exhale to bend the left knee. And again, inhale to straighten, and exhale to bend. Good, one more time. Inhale to straighten, and exhale to bend. Hands come together, heart center. Good, you're gonna roll the shoulder blades away, and now we're gonna twist to the left. So the right upper arm hooks across the outer seam of that left leg. And again, feel free to drop the right knee down. So feel free to drop the right knee down. You may fall out of it like I did as well. Yeah, so you can keep your right knee down, or you can lift that right heel high to the sky. That right knee lifts as well. And then you're anchoring here. Take your next inhale to reach it back up to that high lunge. And exhale, open it up all the way to that warrior 2. From here, inhale to straighten the left leg, and exhale to bend a little bit more. Left palm flips up. Big inhale to reverse the warrior. The right hand can slide down the back of the right leg, or it reaches around and finds that left inner thigh. One more inhale here, and very slowly exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the mat. Left leg steps back to the right leg, and again, your choice, knees, chest, and chin, or lowering down to that low push-up. Inhale as your upward facing dog, and exhale back to downward facing dog. Again, you're just gonna take one breath in and one lovely breath out. Good, from here, just look at the space between your hands. Either step, float, or lightly hop your feet up. Inhale to a flat back, and exhale down to that forward fold. Good, from here, bend your knees so you can interlace your fingers behind your back. Maybe bring the heels of the hands together, maybe not. But as you exhale, come down into that forward fold. So we're exhaling down into that forward fold. We're getting good blood flow into the head, especially before we go to bed at night. Closing the eyes here. If you've been working on a computer, this is gonna feel really, really good in your shoulders. This is just gonna keep opening up those shoulders a little bit more. And now just release your hands. Keep your forward fold and just wrap your arms around the backs of the legs. Starting at the backs of the knees, and if it feels okay, start to slide the forearms down to the backs of your ankles here. Maybe shift the weight a tiny bit more into the balls of the feet. And again, breathing here just for 3. Should feel quite good. And for 2. And 1. Gently, gently just release. Take an inhale and lift up halfway. And just toe heel your feet as wide as your mat. And we're gonna sit down into Malasana squat. So upper arms come to the insides of those legs. And again, you can toe heel your feet out a little bit. You can even lift up on the heels. But what we're looking for is a really long spine, a long, straight spine. We're gonna move into a twist. So we're gonna take the right upper arm and it slides down the inside of that right leg. You're then gonna reach the right hand out to the side and the left arm comes high. And right away, I can feel this twist. It feels amazing. And I'm gonna breathe into the twist, and every time I'm breathing, I'm softening. So I'm softening. It's almost like I visualize that breath coming in. It's like massaging my adrenal glands, my liver, my kidneys. Some of you may wanna move a little bit deeper into that bind. So you wrap your right arm around, you wrap your left arm around. You either find your fingertips, or eventually you'll find your left wrist with your right hand. And again, looking up and breathing in. So looking up and breathing in. Very, very slowly exhale your next breath out. And inhale, come back to center. And exhale to empty. So we're gonna take that on the other side. So we're gonna slide the left upper arm down the inside of that left leg. Palm of the left hand comes out. And the right arm reaches high. And immediately I just feel this incredible opening in my back. This twist, this rinsing out, this letting go. And I have the option to stay here, or I bind my left arm around and I bind either with my right fingertips or eventually my right wrist. And my gaze is all the way up. Maybe I'm even closing my eyes here, but I'm just watching the breath come into the body and really nurturing the body with my breath. Exhale your next breath entirely out. And very slowly come back to your Malasana squat. So you're gonna take a breath in here and open up mouth and just exhale to empty. So it's a perfect, you guys. From here, just plant your hands down and walk your feet back into your downward facing dog. So walk your feet back into downward facing dog. Give your dog a little bit of a walk out. So we're bending one knee, bending the other knee, and then we're slowly just gonna release down onto our knees. So coming into a tabletop. So you'll see, I'm gonna be doing a lot of twists because I want us to release anything that happened today. So on your next inhale, again, we're gonna bring the right arm high. And as we exhale, we thread the right arm all the way underneath that left arm. So the hand stays down, but the left arm can reach up, or we can either take the left arm around and we find a bind again. So the left arm wraps around, we find that right inner thigh, the gaze is all the way up. I've got a nice blue sky here. And then maybe you're staring up, or you're simply closing the eyes, but you're breathing again into that twist. You're just letting everything go. Trust me, your back is super happy with this twist right now. Super happy. Exhale your next breath entirely out. And very slowly, inhale, use it to lift yourself all the way back up. Good, so we're gonna take it on the other side. So we're gonna reach the left arm high. We're gonna thread the left arm all the way underneath the right arm. And from here, you can reach that right arm high. This is gonna give you, and the right arm's just like hanging out in space here. Not a whole lot going on here. Or you take the right arm around you, you find that left inner thigh, and you find a great shoulder opener here, just a great shoulder opener. And again, I just want you to relax and breathe into this twist. Close the eyes or take your gaze all the way up beyond your right shoulder, and use the inhale just to really massage your internal organs here. Exhale your next breath entirely out. Inhale to bring the right palm of the hand down, back into tabletop, and exhale back into your downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, take a deep full breath in, and exhale to empty that breath out. Good. Again, we're gonna lower onto our knees. We're just gonna walk the knees right up to the backs of the wrists. And from here, we're gonna bring the big toes to touch, and we're gonna sit back. So we're gonna come into saddle's pose. So we're just gonna do a gentle, really back opener, but definitely a thigh stretch. So again, knees can go about as wide as your mat, big toes to touch, and very slowly come back down onto your hands. Now the key is to lift the hips, scoop the tailbone under, and then bring the hips back down onto your heels. If you want to go a little bit further, you carefully come down onto your forearms and breathe here. And then of course, if you want to go even further, you're going to very slowly slide down onto the back of the head. So you slide down onto the back of the head. It's always a good idea to lift the hips a little bit, scoop the tailbone under, and you can feel just a very, very mini back bend here, but also a great thigh stretch. Maybe bring the arms up and around, and catch opposite elbows here. And again, 3 breaths like that. So take a deep, full breath in. Open up the mouth from here and exhale to empty. So it's a, and again, inhale. And open up the mouth and exhale to empty. One more time, full breath in. And open up the mouth just to exhale to empty, empty. Let it all go. Very slowly, you're going to use your elbows and your forearms to help lift your upper body all the way up. Good. Once you've come up, just spin your hips to one side of your heels. It doesn't matter what side. So you can first just extend the legs out. Give them a little shake out from here. And we're just going to go into Tirasana. So we're going to bend the knees out, the soles of the feet together, but it's not bringing the heels in like we would normally do in Baddha Konasana. This is a diamond shape in between the legs. So there's a lovely diamond shape here. Keep the feet together. Hinge forward. Start to interlace your fingers around the tops of the toes. Breath in. And very slowly exhale. So eventually you're going to try to get your hairline to the backs of your heels. So hairline eventually coming to the backs of the heels. And again, I want 3 amazing breaths here. Breathe in for 1. And breathe out for 1. Mouth open or mouth closed, it doesn't matter at this point. Inhale for 2. And exhale for 2. Really try to sink and melt into it. Inhale for 3. And exhale, empty for 3. Good. Use your inhale just to lift yourself all the way up. Good. We're going to bring the knees together. So the soles of the feet are on the mat and the hands are going to come straight behind you. So the fingertips are facing now towards the top of your mat, but hands are directly underneath your shoulders. So coming into reverse tabletop. On your inhale, really press down through the feet and lift through the hips. And only if it feels good are you going to drop your head back, but only if it feels good. And you're just going to stay here just for another 3. And for another 2. And for another 1. Good. Again, very slowly, you're going to bring those hips right back down to the mat. Good. We're going to extend both legs nice and long. Walk the sitting bones straight back behind. So sitting bones go straight back behind. Flex through the feet. Press the backs of the knees down and engage your thighs. Dandasana first. So hands to either side of your hips. So that's going to help get your spine nice and long, right? And again, chest is open. Take a couple breaths in and out of the nose here. Feeling the entire body lengthening, whole body lengthening here. Exhale your next breath out. And on your inhale, just sweep your arms nice and high. And exhale, forward fold. This time, let's grab big toes, 2-piece fingers. Bend your knees as much as you need to until you've got big toes to 2-piece fingers. And then just start to walk your sitting bones straight back behind you. 3 amazing breaths here. So your inhale, you can lengthen and open through the chest. And exhale, forward fold. Try to bring your elbows up alongside your ears here. Again, breathe in for 2. And you exhale and you go a little bit deeper for 2. Last time, full breath in for 3. And exhale to empty all the way out for 3. Good. Once you've emptied out, slowly just walk your hands all the way up. Walk your hands all the way up. And then we're going to walk all the hands all the way back. So we're going to roll down onto our back. So once we've come onto the back, I just want you to, again, close the eyes here. Open up the palms like we're coming into Shavasana, but not quite yet. Take a breath in. Open up the mouth and just exhale to empty. 2 more breaths, just like that. Inhale. Open up the mouth and exhale to empty. And 1 more time, inhale. And open up the mouth and just exhale to empty, empty, empty. From here, we're going to bend the knees so that the soles of the feet are on the mat. And then you can turn your palms back around and just walk the backs of the heels up so that they just barely touch the tips of your middle fingers. Press down through the center of your heels, and again, very slowly lift the hips high. If it feels good,
Go ahead, interlace your fingers underneath your back and bring the heels of the hands together. And again, maybe close your eyes or maybe just gaze right up to, if you've got a blue sky like me, or up to your ceiling, wherever you are. Take a deep, full breath in for 3. And exhale for 3. You just have 2 more breaths here. Inhale, lift the hips higher for 2. And exhale for 2. 1 more breath in. And exhale to empty. Good, very slowly inhale to come all the way down. Keep your left knee bent and just wrap that right ankle over the top of that left knee, the bottom of the left thigh. And as you bring your left knee in, thread your right arm in between. Your left hand comes around, it meets the right hand, and you draw that left knee in. And as you draw the left knee in, you gently draw your right knee away, and you can feel this right in your glute. This is just a different variation, really, of half pigeon. So it's very much the same feeling here. And again, maybe just close your eyes, breathe right into that space where you feel it. It's probably your groin, your hamstring, your glute, all that area opening up. And then very slowly release the left foot down. Bring the right sole of the foot down and you just swap sides. So outer edge of the left ankle goes to the top of the right knee, the bottom of the right thigh. You draw the right knee in, thread the left hand in between the legs, right arm around. The hands meet at the back of the right knee. And you just gently draw that right knee in. And as you draw the right knee in, you're keeping your spine flat onto the mat as much as you possibly can. And the left leg presses away very gently as the right knee, the right leg draws in. So really that's your dual action right there. Legs are dual actioning, going in opposite directions. Again, just softening here, breathing, letting go, opening up, a whole bunch of things happening. And very, very slowly release your right leg down. And from here, just keep your knees bent, coming into a final twist. Wrap that right leg over your left leg. So right leg goes on top of the left. 1 rep or 2 reps, it doesn't matter. But with your right leg on top of the left, that means your knees go to the left. So knees go to the left, and your right hip peels up, and this right hand goes out to the side, and so does your gaze. And again, close your eyes here. You're coming into your final twist. It should feel amazing. Again, long, slow, deep breaths. Long. You can even say that to yourself. Long, slow, deep breaths. Good. And then from here, just to release, bring your knees back up to center, unravel, and take your left leg over your right leg. So 1 rep or 2 reps. And with your left leg on top of your right leg, your knees then go to the right. Knees go to the right. You can reach your left arm up, and then it takes it around, and the gaze can go to the left, and you just soften here. Eyes are closed, breathing, and allowing your body just to twist open. It's almost like you're allowing your body just to twist and release anything that it needs to release. And when you're ready, very slowly bring those wrapped legs back up to center, unravel, extend your legs nice and long, coming into your Shavasana. So I'm going to leave you guys in Shavasana, but just let your legs flap, let your arms flap, make sure the palms of the hands are pressing up or at least looking up towards your ceiling or your sky, and your eyes are closed, and you give yourself a good 2 to 3 minutes here. Even more is even better. The more the better. Allowing yourself now just to melt, dissolve away.